Hello everyone out there. I'm RV Optum back with a video on the topic conjunctiva. So today we are going to discuss about conjunctiva. Conjunctiva is a clear transparent membrane that covers the front surface which is lies in front or above the sclera part. The sclera is covered by conjunctiva. It is composed of unkeratinized stratified squamous epithelium with goblet cells. These goblet cells help in the formation of mucin layer in the tear film. Yeah, these cells help to make mucin layer in the tear film. Okay. The conjunctiva is highly vascular. It contains micro vessels in it. So here you can see, here in this part, this is conjunctiva. This red zone area is conjunctiva. Okay. So now we're gonna discuss our next slide. Yeah, parts of conjunctiva. There are three parts of conjunctiva: bulbar conjunctiva, palpebral conjunctiva, and Fornix conjunctiva. Okay, bulbar conjunctiva is the portion which covers the anterior part of the sclera. Okay, bulbar conjunctiva stops at the junction between the sclera and the cornea. It does not cover the cornea. Yeah, conjunctiva does not cover the cornea. It is an important point. It doesn't cover our cornea part. The palpebral conjunctiva is the portion of conjunctiva which lies below the eyelid. Conjunctiva lies below the eyelid, and that conjunctiva is called as palpebral conjunctiva. This conjunctiva lies in both the eyelids, upper eyelid and lower eyelid. Okay. The another term which is used for palpebral conjunctiva is tarsal conjunctiva, because when you study orbit, it is the portion of tarsal area. Tarsal area, it is at that area where palpebral conjunctiva lies. Okay, this features makes it impossible for contact lens to get lost behind your eye, which means this conjunctiva is responsible to place contact lens in its place, which means it cannot provide any area or any surface through which the contact lens goes behind the eye or inside of the eye. Okay. The Fornix conjunctiva is nothing else, it's a junction between the bulbar and palpebral conjunctiva. Okay, it is loose in nature. Okay, so let's see our next part. This is the figure which you can see the location of all the conjunctivas. Okay, here you can see, yeah, this area is bulbar conjunctiva. Okay, as you can see here, this is bulbar conjunctiva. The and this one is palpebral conjunctiva. Okay, so here you can see that. In this second figure you can also see there is shades of the conjunctiva. Palpebral conjunctiva represented by blue color, for Fornix conjunctiva is represented by green, and the bulbar conjunctiva is represented by the red color. From the outer surface, how it looks in the eye, you can differentiate or you can identify which conjunctiva is present. Above the sclera is our bulbar. Okay, inside the lid is our palpebral conjunctiva, and the between both of them is Fornix conjunctiva. Okay, next, function of conjunctiva. So the primary function of conjunctiva is to keep the front surface moist and lubricated. Okay, it keeps the inner surface of eyelids moist, so they open and close easily without friction. Okay, it reduces the friction as our eyelids move rapidly and involuntarily. Okay, protects the eye from dust, debris, infection, which can go inside our eye or which can go through. Uh, the conjunctiva has many small blood vessels that provide nutrition to the eye and lid. It also contains special cells that secrete a component of tear film to help prevent dry eye syndrome. As I told you before, the goblet cells are responsible for the formation of mucin layer in the tear film. In this para, this is only this they are trying to say that these cells, these specialized cells are responsible for that. Next is blood supply. So blood to the bulbar conjunctiva is primarily comes from ophthalmic artery, and to the palpebral conjunctiva it comes from the external carotid artery. And the circulation of these conjunctiva are matlab, they are linked. So we can say that the blood supply of ophthalmic artery and external carotid arteries are mixed, and they provide the blood in both the parts, in the palpebral and the bulbar part. Okay, but it's just a primary concern that ophthalmic artery provides bulbar conjunctiva blood and the external carotid artery provides the blood into palpebral conjunctiva. In this diagram you can see it, the locations where the blood supplies is provided through various arteries named on the basis of their location. Like through this point, long posterior ciliary artery is responsible to provide blood, the ascending branch, the descending branch. Okay, next marginal tarsal plate वाले area पे it's just marginal tarsal arcade, then peripheral tarsal arcade. It's the location of various points in the eye. Okay, so yeah, next slide is the nerve supply. So sensory innervation of the conjunctiva is divided into 4 parts. Okay, area nerve superior, supraorbital nerve. These are the nerves which responsible for the nerve supply in the conjunctiva, and in this figure you can see the location of that. Okay, area nerve supply, superior orbital nerve, supratrochlear nerve, infratrochlear nerve. Okay, this zygomatic of facial nerve. Okay, zygomatic temporal nerve, lacrimal nerve, supratrochlear nerve, infratrochlear nerve, nasal branch. These are the nerve supply which comes from the further these locations and provides the nerve supply to the conjunctiva. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe if this video helped you help in spreading knowledge and smile. Thank you.